Hi guys, Romans here and welcome to another music review. I review every album from a viewpoint of a musician, as I am a singer, songwriter and a bass player for my own group Jakobay, and more than 3 years ago we released our debut album called Pursuits in Life. What makes it unique is that it's a heavy prog rock without guitars. Instead you have drums, bass, saxophone and keyboards. You can check out all of our music videos on my YouTube channel. And in the description of all these videos you will find all the information about where is the record available. It's available on all digital platforms like Spotify, Tidal, Deezer, iTunes, Amazon, Bandcamp, but also in this digipack version of a CD with a very beautifully illustrated 20 pages long booklet. So in case you want one, all you need to do is contact me via an email, on Facebook or on Instagram, or you can get one through Bandcamp as well. And today I'm going to review the new album from Vola, Witness.
Music review. Music review.
Vola is a Danish prog metal band, and I discovered them 2 years ago when there was this amazing tour, Haken/Vola/Bandni, and the very first song I heard from them was Whaler, fantastic track and a great introduction of a band, so be sure to check it out. And their sophomore album, Applause of a Distant Crowd, was just a fantastic record, really an amazing record. Also their first album in Mazes is actually really great. So me being a huge fan of this band, Witness was one of the most anticipated records of the year for me. They are a very unique band because the singer and the guitar player, he's got a very deep voice, which kind of separates them from the other prog metal bands. Also, they have no solos, which is kind of a trademark of rock and metal music in like last 5 or 10 years. Also, there's a lot of dynamics in their music, very heavy, genty parts combined with almost like poppy and lyrical parts. And also, they have a very unique style. They do have a very unique style, which I will kind of demonstrate later on. So their new album, I've heard it 8 times as of now. It came out a little over a week ago, so let's dive right in. The album opens up with the track Straight Lines, which was one of the 4 tracks released as a single before the album dropped. Actually, the first 4 tracks from the album were all released as singles with an accompanying music video. So yeah, the album starts very heavy until we have that relaxing bridge, which appears only once, and then we have that super catchy chorus.
You're running low on straight lines. You're running low on good times. You're running low.
The synths are also one of the things that makes Vola stand apart from the other prog metal bands, because they're very uplifting, very poppy, but I love the synths a lot. Actually, when I saw them live 2 years ago, they didn't have a keyboard player for whatever the reason, so all of the keyboard parts were actually played as samples, and at that point I thought that they were a trio. I was like, okay, but then I saw all the music videos and stuff and I was like, okay, so I guess there must have been a reason for him not to come with them. Anyway, there's also a synth solo here of sorts, and that's kind of like a cherry on top. Head Mounted Sideways starts with typical Vola riffs, which are always awesome. And then we have, again, very catchy chorus. There are still, however, unconventional song structures apart from the choruses, and usually, as I've mentioned already, there are some really heavy parts and some much more relaxing ones, and they never really repeat in some pattern, again, apart from the chorus itself. Also, there's this one totally cinematic part, which I really dig. "24 Light Years" is a much more of a lyrical track, and this could be easily as a soundtrack for Deus Ex Human Revolution, which is a computer game with one of the best soundtracks ever, in my opinion. And again, the chorus is very hit-like.
There's an echo that seems to live on.
These Black Claws, this is an interesting track, the last of the singles, and I really like that dark and heavy electronic hip-hop groove. And the featuring that they have here by Shaman or whatever, it just makes so much sense. I mean, it is a very new thing for Vola, but at the same time it sounds very much like Vola, and I really dig that. The chorus is anthemic and strangely emotional. This is a very epic track.
Figure if there's any good left, I'll get that too. Blood is red, but the veins are blue.
Freak is a lyrical song with almost a summer vibe and a rather strange and quite interesting atmosphere. Napalm is another catchy banger. The chorus could practically be a pop song, and even the heavier parts here are slightly more on the brighter side. Oh, still not completely healed. It's kind of hard to speak. The melodic keys in Future Bird are just such a great addition, and also the production, while being basically identical to that of every modern prog metal band out there, it's still just, the record sounds amazing, and sonically it's just such a treat for your ears. I would probably label them as a prog art metal band, because they are one of those super, like, there's no other band like Vola. They are so lyrical, so emotional, even in their heavy parts. And like, you know, usually prog metal bands, when they're heavy, but Vola, doesn't matter if they're heavy or not, they're always very lyrical, very artistic, very different. And this is what I really like about them, because you can immediately tell them apart. With Stone Leader falling down, we go back to that gent side of things, and once again the chorus serves as a sort of a release. The last track on the album, Inside Your Fur, actually brings a very strange and very unique American prog metal band Jolly to mind, especially with their track Eva. Check it out. It's uplifting with heavy guitars and bright keyboards. What a combo. Subscribe, you see how hard this is for me still talking. And this track has one of the best choruses on the album, in my opinion. What more to say? I mean, Vola are becoming one of the most interesting prog metal bands out there, and I definitely hope they will get much more recognition than they have, because they deserve to be up there. And yeah, I mean, when I first saw them live in 2019, I thought that they were still this kind of a small band, but they're getting up there. They're getting up there. So if you've never heard about them, check all of their 3 albums out. They're all great. Honestly, I do like their previous album, Applause of a Distant Crowd, a little more, but the new album, Witness, is fantastic. I will see how much it grows on me, but I can see this album being in my top list of the best albums for the year, so check this band out. Did you like this review? If you did, and if you like the videos I'm making, consider supporting me. Again, consider supporting me by purchasing my debut album Pursuits in Life, because I include audio samples in my videos and thus I make them the most informative and entertaining to watch. I usually run a risk of getting a copyright claim, meaning that I won't be able to monetize my videos, and whatever money a video earns goes to the author of original samples. I have no problems with that, as these artists deserve all the support and all the money they can get. But these reviews are extremely time consuming, and that's why the best and the only way how you can support me is by buying my debut album. And if you like Vola, if you like prog metal, you're gonna dig this album, I can guarantee that. You can follow me on Facebook or on Instagram. You can find links to both in the description of this video below. Also, if you like this review, don't forget to like, to share, to subscribe. You can check out my own original music, my live performances, my worst to best series, and quite a lot of other reviews as well. Thanks a lot for watching.